Atomic Wallet users hacked for 35 million worth of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, and other tokens. Atomic Wallet is a centralized storage and wallet service, and approximately $35 million worth of various tokens were stolen over the weekend. The largest victim was found on Tron with 7.95 million worth of USDT stolen. Atomic Wallet said the impacted users represented less than 1% of monthly active users. I wouldn't have came out and said that because it shouldn't be minimized. The fact that anybody was compromised is not necessarily a good thing. However, they did say they were investigating and analyzing the attack, but haven't released the specifics of attack. I've seen quite a few different things on crypto Twitter, and it looks like some of the sleuths have done a very good job as to stopping some of this stuff and communicating better than the actual company. So this is a very sad story. And again, you guys, paper wallets are generally the safest way to store any of your crypto, but the downside with that is you have to know how to use it, and you have to be able to take full responsibility because there can be problems with that too, with losing your private seed phrase. Will, I want to toss this over to you.
Wallet wars. I mean, it's always a different side with these things, right? If companies are going after each other, companies are breaking, we have these large hacks, and they do occur. It's frustrating to see. We've seen a lot of comments on crypto Twitter. I think we need to wait to see like where the dust settles to understand this completely. That being said, I think this story just sort of shines light on like the different options in crypto custody. It's like a very boring topic, but it's important. You know, $35 million is not a small lump of money here. And there's a lot of different coins that were hacked. Looks like Atomic supported tons of different coins. And so a lot of people could be affected here. If it was just like a Bitcoin only wallet or maybe just like an Ethereum wallet, something like that, you'd see like probably less impact because it would only hit one community. But here it's hitting a lot of different people. So that's always unfortunate. I think like a multi-sig or something like that, just cold storage is always like the best option for keeping your crypto safe. And that's what these stories always bring me back to. We'll have to see how the team responds to this. That'd be my last thought on it. Like the communications part, the PR part of this is everyone always messes this up. Like every single time there's a hack, they try to minimize it, try to downplay it. But the fact is your product was broken and they're probably going to have to redo a lot of it and maybe even ship new wallets to people. I'm not quite sure what their whole setup is. I'll throw it over to Jen.
Yeah, you think the communications teams would learn by now. And I was thinking when I was reading this, it's like we have these wallet wars stories, but now it's just been wallet woes as of late, right? So I went off to the Atomic Wallet website. This wasn't on the main page. I think it was in their frequently asked questions or something. But the way they described Atomic Wallet was Atomic Wallet is a cold type wallet. All passwords and data are stored on the user's device and it's not kept on any server. So there's no custody risks or the possibility of losing funds through centralized services. The main risk is Atomic Wallet. The main risk in Atomic Wallet is if you lose your backup phrase or send it to another person. And so I think like, yes, while this may be factually true, we need to really prepare people for the different vulnerabilities that are associated with these different products. Because I don't think anyone thought that a wallet would be hacked and then their funds would be lost. And then the company would come out and say, you know, it was actually just a very, very small percent of users who were affected. So I'm watching to see how they respond because the wallet companies right now are focused on this next era of users, right? Who want wallets to be easier. They want wallets to be safer and they're launching all of these new products. So I think the right thing in this case to do would be to find a way to make these users whole again, whether that's recovering the funds or shoring up funds to pay this less than 1% of users back. I think that would be the right move. I don't know if they can do it. So it'll be interesting to see how they react and if they're able to recover from the attack. Zach?
It's sad. It's sad. These are like significant sums that, you know, a handful of people have lost. And it's just sad to see this crop up time and time again. I mean, we can zoom out and say, hey, you know, it's a set of trade-offs and right, like, you know, you have risks that you take when you store assets on centralized funds. You have risk when you store them in hardware wallets. But sometimes when, you know, those risks turn into worst case scenarios, it's really just sad to see these stories unfold time and time again with people who are probably with limited recourse, right? Like the hope is that, you know, the hacker gets these wallets banned before they can cash out through exchanges or whatnot. But there are ways to sort of go around that, right? So limited recourse in a world of self-custodied crypto assets. And it's something that is really sad for folks who probably thought they were doing their best to keep this stuff secure. They ultimately end up losing vast sums of money in a pretty notable incident. So to see this happen time and time again is a bit demoralizing. But again, a big picture, it is a set of trade-offs, right? You have to determine which risks you're willing to take when it comes to storing your assets, whether that's the risks on the counterparty side with centralized exchange, or whether that's the risks associated with self-custody, be it through hacks or just user error. So it is sad to see this stuff crop up time and time again.